And these shaitans want to now disclose themselves, they're going to reveal themselves, these jinns. If that jinn reveals himself to a group of common people, what do? Maybe take out weapons that don't work, maybe scream and yell that don't work, begin to run, that doesn't work. So for them that becomes like a paradise for them. They can do whatever they want and harm whoever they want to people whom can do nothing. Because even the Muslim community will have lost their connection to Prophet. Who are they going to call? You're going to call Allah when you've negated the importance of Prophet and Allah will respond to you? No. That becomes when Allah says that you're going to be punished by the hands of people whom have no mercy. What does that mean? Do anybody understand the concept of no mercy? When they had some people who say they were captured by the jinn and they were horrifically tortured, and what they saw in the place that they had been taken were all sorts of tortures upon them, because they feed off of the adrenaline and the glands and the fear, the yelling and the screaming. It produces an energy for them in which these shayateen are feeding from in mass numbers. We said before, if you think in these Western countries there's migration, they say like 800,000 people are migrating, and the common people say, oh look, this crazy government, they're allowing everybody to come to the border. Do you think that's why they have the migration? So that the 10,000 got through, or to eat the other 900,000. They're missing in trucks. As soon as you leave your home and begin to walk, nobody knows who you are, where you came from. As a result of nobody knowing who you are, there are truckloads of people put into trucks and taken away. For what? For them to eat people, to torture people and to do their way with people. And that's why these countries are telling people, come, come. Millions are on the roads thinking they're coming in. What are you talking, the 5,000 got through? What about the 800,000 that went missing? 200,000 to 400,000 children that went missing. Who they went missing to? These creatures are eating them. So do you think it's to their benefit if there are people whom are trained in madad? Or no, they don't know anything. They scream and yell and run. What is that going to do when they come after people? But now give the reverse, where somebody now trained in madad and surrendered themselves in understanding the madad, they achieve like the hadith is describing, hadith al-Quds, that as soon as they enter the madad, Allah says, the eyes in which you see, the ears in which you hear, the tongue in which you speak, the hands in which you touch and the feet in which you move. That one of those types of people walking and all of a sudden these jinns appear and start to do whatever sort of horrific thing they want to do. Just one of those servants immediately goes into the madad, and whomever Allah wants sends through them, even the mu'min jinn will come through them and now come out and fight them. And since they expose themselves, we'll kill them. This is their greatest fear, is that if they put themselves into a vulnerable position they can be harmed. By who? By Muslim warriors, not by ignorant fools that don't know anything. And this is their fear. So of course it's to their benefit to tell people, don't do madad. They make like a sign, don't do madad so we can eat you. Right? Because one rijal is like 1,000 men in their capacity. Why? They're hadith al-Qudsi. And we have in our own life experience, we have this. We gave the example many times. A young boy came to tariqah, we call him Muhammad Argentini. And short version of his story, he went to a political office, he was not Muslim, and the political Palestinian group he tried to sign up with and eventually got involved with, and there was a lady and man who were heading that office and they turned out to be vampires. There's not pious people running those organizations and the crazy things they were doing. And later he came to our community in Los Angeles traveling looking for help. So he told the whole story, but we're going straight into the story, that he got involved, something happened, he went to one of their homes, very bad things started to happen, realized the two people were vampires. Literally satanic jinn creatures that wanted to harm him, and they put something on him like a freeze where he couldn't move, and he didn't know anything about Islam, nor anything about tariqah. He said, at that moment this happened, the two shaykh faces appeared before me. I saw two men with beards and turbans, and as soon as their faces appeared I started to recite fluent Arabic. And as I recited fluent Arabic, my spiritual power grabbed both of them by their necks and started to lift them off the ground, just by the faces being present looking at him. And he said, I was going to finish it. They said, Muhammad Argentini, no permission for that. And immediately he dropped them, he ran. He ran out of the country. He was so frightened from what he experienced, and somehow he got himself all the way into Los Angeles. He went to the Wahhabi mosques and they said, we have nothing to do with that, you go to the Sufis. And he came to the Sufi mosque, he came to our center. And Muhammad Argentini came in and said, yeah, I had this experience and I saw these two faces, and as soon as I saw these faces I had these abilities. I said, let me show you a book. So, are these the faces? I said, yeah, these are the faces. It was Mawlana Shaykh Hisham and Shaykh Nazim, Sultan al-Awliya. And immediately he went to Michigan and to meet, and the story was validated. Means the tariqah has many of these understandings. It's just one of thousands of stories. Not stories but realities of people. What Allah wants to open, when Allah wants to open it, nobody can say no. قُلُ مَلِكُ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتَنزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. Who can limit what Allah wants to open? If they open their mouth and say they can limit it, Allah destroy them and make them to be nothing. Because Allah's kingdom is not something anybody understands except the king's men who work for the king. So they understand what the kingdom has, the power it has, and has not even been opened up onto this earth, that power. So it's a matter of people who practice and are vigilant over their heart and preparing for all these days, preparing for energy, and ignoring all the people whom are going to be eaten, right? They don't know they're tandoori chicken yet. Let them complain and complain and complain, and when somebody start putting the sauce on you and about to eat you, you remember my face. Maybe it'll help you at that time. Inshallah. Nice answer. Just to show these aliens and the people are now tandoori chicken. Then they say, what was that shaykh talking about these taweezes? Where's these taweezes? You know how many thousands of taweezes have been distributed? This is the honor that they gave us from Prophet's kingdom, that to put out the people for protection, put out their taweezes for their homes, for their cars, for their persons. Just put it out, don't question it, you're going to see what happens when the thing starts to fall apart. For now it may not make sense, maybe you think it's something stylish, it's okay, style everything with all these beautiful things, and when the time is necessary and Allah show the believers what they believed in, inshaAllah. And those who took away belief, Allah will also show them with regret. What Allah describes on the Yawm al-Mashar, when the people are biting their things, I can imagine why I came against these things. And that's exactly what's going to happen. What's the benefit of trying to diminish the love and the authority of Prophet? Why? Why to do that? So this is horrible.